Okay, well, one and a two, we're gonna do the Star 80, a celebration of 80 gowns, 80 dolls, and 80 years. And I'm gonna ask you seven questions because seven is magic. It's my favorite number, and it's a religious number. And you just share
Okay.
with me. Diana is kind of like our religion. We really love her. And of course, God created all of us, and He created Diana. So
Yeah.
here we go. Number one in the Star 80 deep dive. Beyond the Supremes classic, which lesser known Diana Ross song holds a special place in your heart and why?
Ooh, there's so many. Do I have to choose one?
Just choose one and say there's many, but the first one you think of. Don't make it complicated. Like the first
Okay.
song, okay, this is it, and why?
Touch me in the morning.
So Touch Me in the Morning, 1973, number one across the board, across the world, pretty much. Michael Masters' first recorded song that was a major production because Susan DePaz. What and why is the song so important to you? What is it about the song that just resonates with you?
To me, it's just a song that's reflective. It's talking about, your life. Um,
It is a grown-up
and
song. It really
yeah,
is. It's not
wrong
baby love. It's
song,
not You Keep Me Hanging On. It's like, okay,
right?
how
But it's
how,
like
how are we gonna make this work?
you're reflecting on your life, and we all have to do reflections from time to time.
We
Um,
sure do. Yeah.
you
And
don't
kind of
have
really
to
renegotiate what
mind.
love is and is it what we want
Right. But
and
we
we haven't been touched in a
don't.
while. All right, so cool. Absolutely. I love it. This is a grown-up Star 80 conversation.
Yeah.
Star 80 number question number two. Star 80, the evolutionary enigma that is Diana Ross, from the Motown girl group, the Supremes, to the disco diva, to the Oscar-nominated actress.
Mm.
Which area of Diana Ross's career resonates with you and most, and how has it redefined her, how has she redefined herself through these? But what is what era of Diana Ross's career like really like is okay? I love Diana Ross. You love Diana Ross, but what was like if you could say one era of her career? Like we can talk about the Supremes, we can talk about the
Um,
70s, we can talk about the movie career, we can talk about the big 80s and RCA, we can talk about the post RCA years where she was like a powerhouse around the world. And in America, she was still filling out concert venues, but concert halls, but she wasn't, like she's still platinum all over the world in the 90s
yeah.
or the 2000s or what was it, the versatile, the seasoned veteran that she is today. What era really is resonates with you?
All right. So, I can't have a tie.
You can have a tie. You can have a tie.
60s and 70s.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
60s and 70s because the 60s there was the glitz and the glamour that was Diana Ross and the Supremes. And then the 70s, how she, even though she was done with the Supremes, she
Uh-huh.
just reformed herself and remade herself
And
and,
really
to
invented itself because you
conform.
can't even, they don't even
It's
look the same. Yeah. I remember was a kid looking at Where Did Our Love Go? Because my Uncle Vinny gave me the cover. And I said, they can't be Diana Ross. Like there's just no way. And of course it was, but it just didn't look like I get it. I told that kind of the
yep,
reinvention of Ross in the 70s was so different from the 60s. And even in the 60s, her face and or not the face, but the makeup and everything, the wigs and everything really
yeah,
changed. All right, so
yeah.
question number three. Star 80 fashion and flair. Diana's iconic style is undeniable. Which of her looks, from the gowns and the sequins, truly, encapsulates her essence for you? So this is really where I sneak in the dolls that you helped me with in the spring. So does this gown from the thank you tour as well as the music legacy when she sang Lady Sings the Blues in some tracks, does it resonate with you with the feathers? No, the Diamond
Seven-
Diana.
Take it from me, 70.
That okay, so resonates with you.
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
This is interesting. Does this gown resonate with you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So they remember they're the top 80. I've already working on my YSL Diana Ross gown. So I'm up to 145, but the 80 were on my Christmas tree. Does this gown
Oh,
from 1980, the Grammys with Chris Christopherson for the whatever record of the year, does this
yeah,
okay, you not the situations on the shoulders. Okay.
yeah.
So these are three. So pretty much the gowns that I've showed you, they resonate with you. They're all of the House of Yes. Okay. Number four, Lyra Studio. Star 80 question. Dinah brings a fire to both stage and in the recording booth. Which do you prefer to witness? This could be a two-parter too. Do you
Okay.
prefer her live in concert or do you prefer her, kind of listening to her nuances in the studio, like
Um,
on or streaming.
I'm more of a studio girl because yeah, I mean, I go to concerts. I've been to the Rolling Stone concerts and other concerts, but I like that studio because it's just I like it better than the live sound.
Okay, okay, I get it. I like both. So I'm
Yeah.
an equal opportunity person there. Number five, unexpected gems. So star ID question number five. What hidden treasure in Diana Ross's film career, or whether it's a musical canon, deserves more love and attention from the masses? Like what is there a film performance or is there a song that you think just didn't quite get the push or just didn't resonate with the public? But they just kind of like it was a missed opportunity. Is there something, a song or a record or a performance with that you think the first thing you think of that really should kind of have kind of like that, there's a song that's number 98 that didn't do anything. But it's called Murder on the Dance Floor, and I hear it all the time because it was in that movie. S- uh, uh, um,
Thank God it's
it's everywhere now, but it was
just
in a the feature film. What is an unexpected gem that you really think should get more attention from?
so for okay. So I'll start with music first.
Okay,
Now, first of all, I'm an avid disco lover,
okay,
so they love Hangover because remember the backlash against disco. And to me,
right.
that's one of the best songs she's ever created. But again, they just trashed disco, and you don't have to have talent. But that song, oh my God, that song, that's one of my favorite Diana Ross songs.
Right. Well, it
Um,
really is a soulful performance because it has it's like so improv. You could tell it wasn't
yes,
just happened. So,
that's
so disco era, the gem, the unexpected gem is Love Hangover. And despite that people dislike disco, it really has been sampled and is in a it's
it
timeless.
is.
It's like the Supreme song. It's just timeless.
Yeah.
All right. And what about
Um,
film wise?
and this is so tragic. Um, so if you look at her movies front, okay, so Lady Sings the Blues, Mahogany, of course, she did The Wiz, and then she did some movies in the 90s, Out of Darkness, and then I forgot the other one she did with
Double
Brand.
platinum.
Right. I would have to say The Wiz did not get really none of her movies received the acclaim that they should have. And you and I both know she should have received an Oscar for her performance as Lady Sings the Blues. The
Yeah.
Wiz was ignored. Out
The
of Dark,
I watched The Wiz recently, and um, there are vignettes in the film that are really powerful, and there's lines in the film that are really powerful. But maybe it was ahead of its time. Like I read when I was 23, 22, I was on the subway. It was in the A train, and I had my copy of Secret of the Sparrow, and she signed it. And it was
oh,
93 because I went to the signing. I was like, and I was the first person in line, of course. And at like 5 in the morning, but there was really a long line around the block. It was really long. It was in Manhattan. And I remember just thinking, wow, she's like me. She's a neurodiverse learner, and that she, you know that word because you're a teacher. But
oh yeah.
like she talks about like if you don't have something like rip out a page and pretend and like and jump into the picture and my brain I always imagine doing things and then like but I don't tell anybody and then I manifest them or pray for them whatever but I would do collages or creative visualization and storyboards are now commonplace
Hmm.
but that back then it was just she was just it was just different. And that book for me is my hidden gem if I can insert. But they're right, The Wiz, it was ahead of its time, and it's the